Hello, everyone. This is Minister Paul, a watchman on the wall in Northern California, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, May 9th, 2016, and I'm in Northern California. I also want to mention that, if I remember properly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, today begins the Sol Invictus Games in Florida. That begins on this date. Am I correct on that? Just something, I cover a couple topics here. This one is primarily what I'm following. In keeping with my examining and reporting these acts that Obama amends and these executive orders he issues, I've been warning for years that where he's leading with this is a new world order, a state of emergency and emergency preparedness act right before he is supposed to leave office, and that he will either stay in office, one of two things. He will either stay in office or he will go to the UN and continue running this world. He's not going anywhere, just so you know. One of those two things. So I'm going to report on this. So on May 6th, 16, he amended this facilitation of presidential transition that's been in place since 1963. Just yet another amendment to an act that did not need to be amended, that's worked perfectly for 4 decades. And I'll post a link to this, and then I'll post a link to a follow-up on it today that I found in regards to Trump and his dislike of this amendment. So I'll put links to both of these so that you can read them at your leisure. But as I was reading this, something really stuck out to me that needs to be shared everywhere. It really needs to be shared everywhere. And I'll just scroll down. I've highlighted it here. It says, right here, this is section 2, subsection C of this amendment. It says that by law, the government and the federal agencies of the United States of America must, quote, by law, prepare and host interagency emergency preparedness and response exercises. And I looked at this, I'm like, okay, so they have to prepare for emergency responders. I guess they're preparing for trouble on this transition, if there's a transition. And not only prepare, but look, host emergency response exercises. Not just prepare for them, but host them. Interagency meaning many different federal agencies. Prepare for what? Martial law or some type of New World Order emergency preparedness right before the election to keep Obama in office? Or will he go to the United Nations? The Lord hasn't shown me which one it is yet, so I can't say either one. But I'm interested in your comments on this. I believe he's going to, I've always believed and stated this, that he's going to lean more towards working with the UN. So I'll put a link to this, and I'll put a link to Trump's thoughts on this that just posted today. And then I want to share this. This just broke in Twitter, and I think it's really, really important. It just broke about, let me see, 14 minutes ago. Breaking news. So Saudi defense intercepts a ballistic missile fired from Yemen. So Yemen has fired a ballistic missile. And you know, Yemen's basically in the heat of it, you know, getting wiped out. But I think this could lead to something, so let's keep our eyes on this. I want to say, everyone, you know, have a blessed day or night wherever you may be, and as led, I'll see if there's any other issues or topics that I can report on here today for sharing this type of information asking for your thoughts and comments and asking you to help me get this word out that everything is exactly what the Bible said it would be, and we're just right in the heat of the Antichrist rising and tribulation starting. We're about, this world's about to see it.